you know, it's a BC1, and the winning of a BC1 is not only about like the level.
I would say just to be true to himself, and I think that's
But this is my last chance. No.
but very difficult to do specifically on that stage and with the amount of pressure that you're feeling.
メンタル次第でどんだけ練習しててもなんかダンスってこんなにも変わるもんなんやなって。
So like get rid of this pressure, then you be he's be good.
So he's definitely one of the favorites. I'll be rooting for him. And yeah, good luck.
とりあえずちょっと今日よろしくお願いしま
お願いします。先週ボディがあってボディカでファイナルに出て結果はトップ4だったんですけど、複雑な気持ちとちょっとこれからどう頑張っていこうかっていうまあ感じ。ソロでもソロも含めソロとチームのなんかやり方をちょっと考えてるって感じ。でもベスト賞とか取れたし、なんかチームとしてはちょっとこうまあこれからだけどちょっと俺も興味はどんどん湧いてきたというか。いやでも僕も結構なんかもうちょっとこう一心エナジーは出した方がいいなって思ったんですよ。やっぱ一人一人それを3ラウンド続けれるかは分かんないけど、そのなんかただやばい動きを本気でやるというよりかはそのプラスパッションをもっと入れた方がいいなって思ったですね。まあ韓国いるなら本店のスタジオ来て、まあちょっと BC1 に向けて、まあ、いつも同じ場所の練習なんでちょっと気持ちをリフレッシュのために。
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, what's up? This is the people Hong Ten from Korea. I'm represent Flow XL crew, and I also represent 도봉구청 breaking team, or Team CJ, Team Nike, also Netball Vision All Star. I mean, maybe I met him before, but I first time I remember him was I think it was in New York, last Cypher. He was from Japan, and then when I was watching him, like it was like nearly amazing. Like he's like breaking his style, like nearly fast, and the power move, everything. Like kind of looks like a similar style as like a Daisuke, but like more fast and more crazy. So it was like wow, that's a kind of like a Japanese style. Maybe it's kind of like originally from somebody's like starting from somebody to like that kind of order like the speed and the power move, combine all the style together and make like the guys keep improving themselves like. So it was really amazing like so and mostly when there's some like new guys coming, they maybe not doesn't have like a not long set, not many set, but like he does keep showing something, and then after the battle I was guessing like maybe normal like a move, but he keep showing some other move which is nearly impressed. So yes.
Hello, this is Philip Kim, more commonly known as Phil Wizard. I'm also a b-boy from Vancouver, BC, Canada, representing the Rebel BC1 All-Stars and United Rivals crew. And I'm also the Olympic gold medalist at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. For the first time, I met Eason for the first time a long time ago. I don't remember the year, but I was in Japan with one of my crewmates, Ills, and we were competing in an event. I don't exactly remember which event it was. I believe it was 2019, actually. I think it was an event in Osaka. I forget the name of the event, but he was a little kid at that time, and I remember just meeting him at the after dinner of the event and just hanging out with him there, and not really knowing who he is. I just knew he was like the newer generation Body Carnival kid, and I just remember my first impression is he was really funny. He was telling funny stories, he was super goofy, and that's been consistent even till this day. But that was my first impression, kind of meeting him. It was very much a very quick meeting, and then after that, I don't remember the next opportunity that we got to meet, but then pretty quickly after that, a couple years, I mean, it was kind of during COVID, and then coming out of COVID, I would see him consistently in competitions. I think one of the first ones that was actually here in Korea for BBIC, where I battled him, I want to say top 8 or top 4. And then after that, just slowly started to see him more and more, and after he joined the Rebel BC1 All-Stars, especially is when we got to interact a lot more and get really close. And yeah, for me, he's like a little brother now, and we see each other all the time. We were here together in January, the beginning of this year, training together in Korea as well. So yeah, he's like just like a little brother to me now. Yes. And today I just got a tattoo of him. These are some of my closest friends, and this is our group chat, the Paris Babes, and this is Eason. Just newly added in Korea today.
Oh God.
まあ基本的新ネタみんな試してるみたいな。だからその場で作ってるから、まあそれで失敗してる。けど今日は組み立ててるからめっちゃ映像見返しますけど、普段はもう撮りっぱなしです。でずーっと動いてるんです。今日は今組み立ててなんかどこに入れようか考えてるから、こういうやつやるときはもうこの練習ひたすらやってるんです。映像見ないと分かんない。
そのムーブを前のやつを見て一個一個こうつなげてってるってこと？今
そうこのネタはこれの方が合うなみたいな。
なるほど。そうやって一個のムーブが作り上げられる。
まあ人それぞれですけど、僕はこう。今日ちょっと今このバトルになんか、もう一回全部まとめてみようと思って。
なるほど。
新ネタ一回全部まとめてやってみて、多分飛ぶっすけど一回新ネタを全部やってみる。
え
バカネタという新ネタだけでいこうとしてたから全然なかった。
Yeah, I mean, BC1 is still to me the most prestigious and difficult one-on-one competitions in the world. In Paris in 2023, Eason and I met in the semi-final battle, and you could argue it was probably the highlight of the event, one of the best battles of the event. I have a lot of gratitude for that moment in that battle specifically, because there's a handful of moments in my career that I can name where you are in the midst of a competition and you can almost like zoom out of your body and then just appreciate where you are in that moment. And that specific battle was one of those moments for me where it's why I love breaking. Like, one of the reasons. There are many reasons why I love breaking, but one of the moments I love competition and breaking specifically is just, it's a moment where everyone shares together. The energy in the room was incredible. After Eason's first round, which was arguably, again, one of the best rounds of the entire night, I was going into that semi-final very nervous, battling Eason. He's one of the new up-and-coming kids. It was a very difficult battle for me in the semi-finals. And going into that battle right after the first round, that nervousness just switched to excitement, because it turned into a moment of like, this is going to just be a fun battle. The energy was amazing. There was no ill intentions or negative energy. It was, I felt like us kind of pushing each other more and more and more. And just after his first round, I was just happy because I just saw something incredible. The crowd was roaring, and all I wanted to do was match that energy. And again, I only have a handful of those moments in my career where I'm so happy in the midst of a battle. Usually when I'm battling, it's nerve-wracking. It feels, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of things going on through your head, and that was one where I could truly be present. And it was a beautiful conversation, kind of back and forth in the semifinals. And I believe it was a battle that could have gone either way. Eason performed amazing. I came out on top, luckily, that year. But yeah, I remember leaving that battle just feeling so happy about it. And I think that, again, those are one of the beautiful moments, like in competition, where for me, it's like almost like an anime. Like, it's like the boss fight, and you have to step up in that moment. And I feel like both of us were kind of pushing each other to kind of step up and do better and better each round. So yeah, it was truly like a beautiful exchange.
なんかつなぎとか後とか前をその見せたいところの前と後をちゃんと綺麗にしたらもっと良くなると思うんです。今もう単品でやってるから本当はもっとつなげてやるんで。
Also, sometimes when the new b-boy or b-girl comes in the culture, and then when they grow in the whole world, after that, some people, they are like kind of like satisfying themselves, so like they're not like go up and like kind of like a slow, but like him, like maybe he have like a moment like a slow, but and then he keep pushing him more and more. So which is like 2023 at the Vision World Final in Paris. It was like a semi-final Ishin against like a Phil. I was after the battle, so I was just watching the battle. I didn't watching the battle, but I only heard the people go crazy like, wow. And I was like, what's going on? And then when I'm watching, it was easy like, what the? So after the battle, I don't mind my battle. I was like after battle, I was watching their battle, so I was watching YouTube, and then what move he did, and then I understand. Wow, wow. So which is he keep pushing himself. So when I have some moment practice with him. So I saw how he like practice, and he trying to keep like create something, and that's what I want actually. I like breaking because not the music, because I want to create something. So he also created a lot of move, and also he could have his physically he's good, so he can put more like a technique way. So when I'm watching him, like his move is like a fresh and new, and also like a technique wise, like I can't even like a pretend to be like that. So yeah, that's so crazy.
ラスト頑張れ。
最高。みんな優しいから結構何しても湧いてくれるけど意外と新ネタ結構全部反応いいから、なんかまあ誰かに似とったら誰かにその技似てるよとか言ってくれるんで、そういうのもあんま言われてないやつなんで、これをちょっとでも質上げして多分もっと強くなったりするし、使い方によってもういきなり一番最初にやるのと一番最後にやるのと中盤でやるので全然違うから、それを全部見つけ出してどこでどうやるかっていうのをやったら多分もっと強くなると思います。
His improvement's been insane. Consistently seeing him kind of across competitions, as well as training with him, you can see, first of all, what I love about breaking is seeing someone's personality seep into their dance. And I think that is what breaking should be about. It's a form of art, it's an artistic expression, and you want to see someone's personality and style in their dance. And you can definitely see that with Eason. He's explosive, he has a lot of energy, he can do some incredibly physically demanding movements, but you can see the goofy side of him as well. Like when you're training with him, he has some goofy ideas, but he makes it so interesting and so dynamic, and so it just perfectly matches his personality. And then in terms of his growth, over the years, I mean, you can see it. You can see him getting comfortable in his own body, getting more comfortable on stage and in competitions, especially in comparison even just to a year ago or 2 years ago. I think the amount of experience he's accumulated in the last 3 years of battling has been exponential and more than a lot of other people, and that's why he competes at the top level today, is because he's able to adapt very, very quickly. I think he approaches it very well. You know, he doesn't take things too seriously, but it is still very serious, and that's the perfect approach. You want the combination of like, this is what you've dedicated kind of your time in your life to, but at the same time you got to enjoy it and have fun, and so I think he just has that perfect formula.
Wow, thank you.
Well, yeah, I know he want to win in the Bishop final in Japan. I mean Tokyo. So I mean, yeah, of course, it's happening in his own country. So he want to show like his breaking to all the like Japanese like culture, and I think he have a good many chance to win this time. It's a BC1, and the winning of BC1 is not only about like the level. It's also about like he have to make it his day, like a good condition. So I hope I saw many B-boys and B-girls when they practice, they are really good. But on the stage, almost everybody got nervous and they're not good as before. But when I'm watching some b-boy or b-girl when they're winning, they looks like not nervous at all. Like of course he have a lot of pressure, but maybe he can find a way to get rid of this pressure, and then just like enjoy the moment, each battle and each battle, and then each battle, and then finally he's gonna win.
なんかおかしくなったというか、こうダンスをあんま楽しめずにやってたみたいな、常に気持ちがブレてたというか、なんかそういう時になんかブレない、どこを目指してどういう目的で練習するべきなのかとか、どういう心の持ちようでやった方がいいのかとか、なんかそういう時のルーティーンというか、ちょっと言葉で表すの難しいんですけど、なんかそういう結局練習もめっちゃ大事だけど、本番気持ちが一番大事だな。その時のメンタル次第でどんだけ練習してても、なんかダンスってこんなにも変わるもんなんだなってめっちゃ思って、なんか準備のやり方だったり、体の準備の仕方、メンタルの準備の仕方とか、なんかそういうとこをすごい学べたというか、そうですね、そういうとこを特に一番学べました。
Sometimes you're good, but sometimes you have to accept this. Like even if you lose, but it's not. It doesn't mean like you're bad. It's not your day. Just accept it, and then you have another chance. So don't think like this is my last chance. No. You gonna have another chance. So like get rid of this pressure. Then he's be good.
I think when you're doing it in your home country especially, you could feel a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation. There will be a lot of, I'm sure, work, media, stuff like that kind of leading into it. I would say just to be true to himself, and I think that's an easy thing to say but very difficult to do, specifically on that stage and with the amount of pressure that you're feeling. But he's been through a lot of other events where the pressure has been intense, and I think he has a very good head on his shoulders, and I think, again, the accumulated experience over the years, honestly, I think he's going to be fine. He's definitely one of the favorites to win the whole thing this year for myself as well. And going into it, I think preparation is key, and just from watching him the last little bit, he's been competing a lot. He's very comfortable on stage. The last event that I saw him at here in Korea, he performed spectacularly, and he was a key component in his crew, and I can see his stamina increasing and him getting better. So I feel like he's, honestly, there's not a lot to say. He's on the right path. I would just say stay focused kind of leading into it, and then on the day of, you kind of have to let go of expectations. Of course, we all go to an event, you want to win, but at the moment, everything happens in preparation. You push and train to win in preparation, but at the moment, you just let go and have a good time. And I know Easton's already good at that, and he's consistently performed well at every event, but BC one specifically, and it's only up from here. So he's definitely one of the favorites. I'll be rooting for him, and yeah, good luck.
でも一種のマインドセットの人が好きですね。一番突出してかましてるし、多分みんなが逆にその YouTube 見て聞きたいと思うのは一種の意見もそうだし、一番の強敵は
めちゃくちゃうまいからリスペクトはしてるけど、めっちゃうざいし絶対負けたくない。